want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Oh, boy.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25.
The football going back to the New Orleans Saints. And I wanted to ask you, Charles, for the Saints, how you think they stack up against the other teams near the top of the NFC, the Rams, the Bears. Where do you think they figure in?
Well, they can score well enough that if the Rams set a heavy pace, they can go out and they can score with them and stay right there. They have enough defense that if Chicago makes it a low-scoring defensive affair, they got enough defense to win that way. So my answer in short order is they stack up with anyone.
Pick that
in a
up,
lot of
boy.
ways, I think everyone has to figure out they stack up with New Orleans. Because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is calling plays for the New Orleans Saints and throwing the football downfield. He could be the difference in any big game.
And maybe they have a little extra motivation with the way their season ended last year against Minnesota.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Ready. We're waiting.
Brees will try again on 2nd down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Brees now to throw. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Hey, Mike, ready? What's that?
Into the red zone, it's Brees. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Ready.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners. Those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, they are in a fight for the AFC North, a fight for their playoff lives. But if they find themselves playing in January, they might look back to that Week 15 win over New England as really the thing that got them over the top.
And remember, that stopped a 3-game losing streak. And when you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers fighting for their lives to go to the playoffs, they fought in that game against New England, got off the deck, and they came out swinging and played really, really well. So if they go down, qualify for the playoffs, win the AFC North, and if they're dangerous, that will be the game. I agree with you totally. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
4 down. Set. 180. 47.
Now it's Roethlisberger.
Drop deep.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Now Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carr. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw is Breeze. Lofting one in there. That's complete to Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here's Breeze to throw. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, watch the slant. Ready. Yellow weighty.
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Boswell on now to kick this one away. The return man is Hill. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Finish up this ball.
What's tight end? Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The open man is Smith. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Breeze going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Set!
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
4 down. Check.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Alex Anzalone, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Hey, 4 down. Set! Black 20!
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Set! Black 5!
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Here we are.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Boswell's kick is good.
Yes.
And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got 4. Ready. We're ready.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
He's going to need it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out on the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Carr. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Carr. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready. We're waiting.
On first down, Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Ready. We're waiting.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Looking for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation.
He's got a man, complete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Let's go.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Steven.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether some guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Hello? No.
And they will elect to declare the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No.
You said wire headphones? I don't see him anymore. I look like this. Yeah, I looked over there. Check your car? Okay. I will. Okay, I will. Huh? Look at the score, bro. That's the game we're gonna play. And 34-24. Yeah, I just read into the whole game, bro. Did she call you?
Yeah.
Did she call you? She's like, see her headphones? You took your meds yet?
Yeah.
Alright,
Didn't even happen to take that one. Hence the decline.
The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Alert.
Breeze to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. To throw is Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now Breeze again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass here now, second and 10. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Check down. Set. Blue 30.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Steelers, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this was basically just an exit.
Customize your season experience before jumping into your next game.